Well, Charlie Davies is pumped about this segment because he is going to build his perfect striker all time. But first, Chuck, what were some of the qualifications for this?
So
what did you look at?
One of the caveats is the player has had to play while I could watch them play. So if I hadn't seen them play before 1994, which was the first time I got to watch professional soccer play at the World Cup. So for a footballer to qualify, you have had to play after 1994. Because so Pele, sorry. Eusebio, sorry. Van Basten, sorry. Cruyff, all these top players, I never got to watch them play live, so they don't qualify.
Okay, everybody watching, before you get mad, save it, okay?
Yes. So,
Chuck, let's start it off with finishing.
Finishing.
What do you got?
All right, so we're talking about the greatest goal scorers of all time, finishers. But you can only use one player per category. So I got to be smart and strategic here. Cristiano scored the most goals of all time, but I'm going to save him for later. So finishing, I'm going to go with Romario.
Ooh.
Now, Romario was the first striker that I got to watch in that 1994 World Cup, him and Bebeto playing together up top. He scored over 1,000 goals, they say, but it's documented in 756 goals.
Wow.
He absolutely killed La Liga with Barcelona. He scored a hat-trick in his first Clásico against Real Madrid, a hat-trick against Atletico Madrid in the first big rivalry for him that he saw in the city. So what a incredible striker, quick, strong, and lethal in front of goal.
He was like the OG fox in the box.
Like the OG toe poke comes from him right there. I
like him too because he's a short guy. I'm short too. Okay, next up we've got speed. Who are you picking for this category?
I'm going with the fastest documented striker of all time. Ooh. Thierry Henry.
Yes.
Of course, you have, you could look at Thierry Henry and I could go down the list and go, finishing, I want him there, speed, agility, tactical awareness, ball control, but is without a doubt, he is the fastest striker of all time. Now, he was my childhood hero. He was my idol. So I tried to emulate everything that he did as a young kid, because one of the things I loved about Thierry Henry is he didn't rely on teammates to provide him with service. He knew at times he had to take the game and run with it. And so when you have a player who can beat you on the dribble, it's really tough to defend when his runs, his IQ, his dribbling ability, and his finishing in the box is top class. So, but we're gonna go with speed.
Yeah, everything about Thierry Henry, elite, but speed's one of those things, you either got it or you don't. Okay, next up, agility.
Agility, this one's tough. I was thinking, I'm like, okay, how? But you gotta go with arguably the GOAT, and that's Lionel Messi. When you talk about agility, Messi always comes to mind. The way he can just weave through backlines, he weaved through a whole team.
Yeah.
But I was looking at Luis Suarez and David Villa, and I was thinking, but Messi, we're gonna use his agility because this guy could go through a whole team of players by himself. And he's just so agile and quick and fleet of foot.
You know what the other thing with Messi too, it's not just the physical agility, it's that mental agility too that allows him to just be steps ahead of everybody else on the pitch. Okay, next up, tactical awareness.
Tactical awareness, this is tough because you're thinking about IQ and you could go down the list. There's so many players that are so smart and understand the game. But I'm gonna go with Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp, just a tactical wizard. The IQ, the way he could just conduct back lines and he had complete control of the game and his teammates. I think his awareness was at 100. So I'm gonna go with Dennis Bergkamp.
Okay, clever guy, another Arsenal player too. Okay, next up, ball control.
Ball control, this one I think is a little bit outside the box. But what I remember is this player could do what he wanted with the ball. Just so gifted, and he was World Player of the Year. So I'm gonna go with Roberto Baggio.
Okay,
just
very good.
The ponytail, the vibes.
That one's got Tony Meola clapping.
Yeah.
The Italian international.
This was, again, 94 was the first time I was able to watch football for the first time ever. And so when I saw Romario and Baggio just absolutely dominating the field, I said, whoa, these are guys that are gods on the pitch, and he was just incredible. I wish I got to watch him play at Juve, where he absolutely took Serie A by storm, but I got to watch him play with Italy, and I followed him after that.
Tony's clapping, giving thumbs up. I feel like he just really wants to jump in here.
Good.
Maybe we'll get his thoughts after that. Okay, strength.
Strength. Oof. This one's tough, right? You think of the strongest strikers in the game. You think of Adriano, you think of George Weah, Didier Drogba, but I'm going with the guy that I think really could hold off 3-4 guys and keep the ball and dribble through people, and that's Zlatan Ibrahimović. Yeah. I mean, the guy was a tower. I'll never forget my first time playing in Europe for the U.S. men's national team. We're playing in Sweden, in Gothenburg, and I'm on the pitch. I know Zlatan's on the opposing team, but I come on the pitch and I see him walk out, and I thought he was a giant. He looked like Shaquille O'Neal to me. I was like, who's defending that guy?
Chuck, I saw him in person when he played in Major League Soccer, so if he looked like Shaq to you, he looked like a statue to me, because yeah. I've never seen a He also played till he was 41. You gotta be so strong to have that longevity.
So strong. And obviously, he could fit the bill with ball control as well, and tactical awareness. He understood the game, but strength, without a doubt, top class.
All right, this striker, you all, is looking pretty good right now. Okay, how about dribbling? Who do you have for this one?
There is one magician that is without a doubt inspired probably most of these guys that I've listed, and that's Ronaldo, R9, Ronaldo Nazario, in his prime. And this is, for me, peak 1998 World Cup outside of the final. We're talking about he could dribble and do what he wanted. The game was too easy, and he did it with absolute pace, like a cheetah. I absolutely loved everything about his step over, his patent step over. He could freeze anybody. Just so gifted. You always think about Ronaldinho when it comes to skills. There's all the Brazilians say he was the one. So
many of these guys you could say were the perfect striker. I mean, how many categories could you have put Ronaldo in for this?
Probably all of them. Same with Thierry Henry. I could put him in all. Yeah. But this is the dribbling GOAT.
Okay, this is our final category here: aerial ability.
Well, I think we all know who's going to win this, right? Because I've gone through lists. Now we got the #1 goal scorer in history, in world football history, who also has scored the most goals with his head. Absolute threat. 121 goals in the air for Cristiano Ronaldo. The next guy on the list is Luke de Jong at 105.
Wow.
And Lewandowski at 91. So Cristiano Ronaldo, without a doubt, is the top striker of all time when it comes to scoring goals with his head. However, some other guys that come to mind, Didier Drogba, incredible. He scored the big goals right in those big moments. Henrik Larsson, his timing in the air was phenomenal. But yeah, those are the guys. I felt a little bad, when you think about not putting a Luis Suarez on this list, or a Davies, or a Harry Kane, or Wayne Rooney, or Karim Benzema.
Just goes to show how many just talented world-class strikers there have been over the last few decades. Fun nugget for you: the highest jump that Cristiano Ronaldo had in a match was 41.7 inches. Guess what LeBron James was clocked in at in a game?
44.
Yeah. The fact that Cristiano Ronaldo could have as much of a vertical jump, or as high as a vertical jump, as LeBron James is crazy. But Tone, what do you think about
what do you think about my perfect striker?
Charlie did some homework. That's all I can say on this one.
I got to get this right.
Love that you had Baggio in there, right? The divine ponytail, incredible. Bergkamp, I think, was special. But if I had to pick the top ones, Ronaldo Phenomena, the OG, right? And Thierry Henry, those guys were a little bit of everything. You didn't see Van Basten, so I get why you didn't put him in there. I would have put him in there, but man, that's a scary combination. So a couple of those guys I played against, the Bergkamp, Baggio, who else?
Romario.
Ronaldo Phenomena didn't come off the bench in the 94.
No, but Romario.
Oh, Romario. Yeah. That's a 94. He was there. That's some squad, man. That's some group of players right there. That's really good job.
Thank you.
Tony was doing his homework too while Chuck was going through his list.
I'm having nightmares. I'm like, he put him in there. I lost sleep over him too. That guy scored on me too.
I was proud. when I say I was doing work, I was in the weeds, and I'm
Chuck,
going through
come on.
like.
Yeah, that was really
I was
good,
like,
man.
That was great.
Okay, we got Samuel Eto'o. You know, he's up there for pace, and Obafemi Martins. But I'm really proud of this list. So
Yeah, we got to get Tony's strikers he hated going up against maybe sometime later on. You're in next week, so we can save that for then. Okay, everybody watching this on YouTube, we want to know your favorite striker. Who are you picking for these categories? Drop those in the comments below.